Now for the last part, we are going to fill this table using our first and our follows. Okay, so if in the input it comes an A, what production we are going to use? If we start by I, well, I only has one production, so we got no other option that use the production that produces T. For B, it will be the same case, T, and for C, we're going to use the first production, which will be this production. And for dollar, always the same, T. Now for T, what production are we going to use if there comes an A? Well, T doesn't have any other option that uses its only production. It will be A, B, C. Remember, T produces A, B, C. So it's going to be the same for the others. Okay, but now here's a special case. A has two productions. The question is, which production am I going to use? Well, for that, we have our first and follows here. Okay, let's see of the first of A, which will be this. The first one of A is A. So, here in A, I'm going to use the production A. Why? Because it is on the first one of A. Now, the other that we have is epsilon. But epsilon is not considered as a terminal. So we're going to look for our follows, and for every terminal that is in the follow, we're going to use the epsilon production. So for B, I'm going to use epsilon. For C, that it is here, I'm going to use epsilon. And for dollar, I'm going to use epsilon as well. Okay, so let's repeat it for B. B has two productions, B or epsilon. Which production am I going to use? It depends of our first and follows. So in first we have the terminal B. So B, which is here, I'm going to use the production B. And now that I have epsilon, I'm going to look for the follows, which is C and dollar. So for C and dollar, I'm going to put the production that is epsilon. Epsilon, epsilon. And I can leave it blank right here because there's nothing related. And now for C, if C has C, it comes on C, so am I going to produce it? Okay, now I'm done with the first, and because I have an epsilon, I'm going to look at the follows. If I didn't have an epsilon, like if it was like this, I have no use for the follows. I don't have to look at the follows because I don't have an epsilon in the firsts. But because I have an epsilon, is that I'm going to use the follows. And here I see that the dollar is the only follow, so here in the dollar column I'm going to add the epsilon production. And that's it. Now I have my parsing table ready to use for the algorithm.